Vlogmas day 10. I was trying to figure out what to do today because like these days all I do is cook. Wake up, stay in my PJs, cook. Okay, we're gonna do a quick little voiceover for this tomato recipe because sometimes I'm like, who cares about me making Ghanaian food, or like, is this super basic? And then I remember that my sister doesn't cook Ghanaian food at all, and I'm doing this for her, okay? So Clara, if you're watching this, you're gonna put some oil in a pan, slice some onions very thinly, maybe one onion actually, one red onion, and then put a huge heaping amount of tomato paste in the onions. Once the onions have fried and are brown, then you put the tomato paste in it, stir it, season it with like a bunch of, don't forget salt and like adobo and like, you know, all-purpose seasoning. Thyme is really good too. Then slice some tomatoes and put that in there as well. Let it cook, and then you're gonna make your pepper base. And this is like the key to a lot of the Ghanaian cuisine. In this pepper base, I added tomatoes, but I just blended 2 white onions and 1 red onion, garlic, ginger. Usually I would use bell pepper, but I didn't. And then to make it a pepper base, you obviously need peppers. So I put in 2 Scotch bonnet peppers, could be called Jamaican peppers or habanero peppers, either one. Then I put tomatoes in. I only put tomatoes in this pepper base when I'm making stew. And then I pour it out into the onions and the tomato paste. And then I season that once that's cooked down for a little bit. Salt, I always forget to salt my stew, so please salt your stew. And then you're gonna just like let that cook down. I was making egg stew. This is perfect. If you're making jollof, you could just skip the eggs and put rice in this, but I'm just making egg stew, no jollof. So I put like 6 eggs in there with more seasoning. Some bay leaves is good. And then I let that cook for a little bit. I don't want to stir it too much because then it'll become like super eggy, and I want the egg to be separated. So I let that cook for a little bit, and voila, you have your egg stew. I always eat my rice with a fork. We are taking this hair down. I have a shoot tomorrow with Amazon. I'm just shooting content for their affiliate program, stuff that's gonna go on my storefront, and I'm really excited, but I was like, I can't take this hair with me because it's fried, like it's fried. And I meant to do my hair this week, but I was coughing up a storm. I haven't gone anywhere and I didn't want to do anything at all. I just was like, okay, this is not the time to be going to the salon like there for 12 hours. I'm not too mad about it. I think I'm just gonna have my afro out for tomorrow and for this weekend, which scares me to my core because I don't have any of my afro products. Like I don't have any of my hair care stuff. So this is the first cut. There's no going back now. So luckily this is just like half sew-in, half braids. So it's not going to take me forever to undo it. I have a date with Lucas tonight, so we're trying to finish this up before we have to go to the date. It's 3:30 right now. Date night will probably be at like 7 p.m. I'm excited for it because I've been cooking a bunch and I like to eat out. I don't like to cook, but I just made some rice and stew, as you guys saw. Rice and egg stew is like what I make when I don't have anything in the fridge. That's kind of like, we don't have anything in the fridge, like what can I whip up? Works like a charm. It's so good. I love egg stew. Love egg stew. I realized that it was kind of like a shakshuka, or a shakshuka is like egg stew. I don't like shakshukas though. I've had it a couple times and I feel like the Ghanaian spicy way is much better. We're turning these braids into an afro for today. That's the agenda for today. I've kind of been in my PJs all day because what's a girl to do when it's braid takedown day, you know? Corners are so tiny. And so I've also kind of been like dreading taking my hair down in the first place because it's so tiny. Lucas is working though. If he's done with work and I still have more, that's the vlog for today. Egg stew, taking my braids down. It's a real calm, at-home day because the next few days are about to be a little crazy. We're gearing up for an exciting week. Great update. If you see right behind me, we have a humidifier. I saw the doctor yesterday. I finally took my butt to urgent care because the rate at which I was coughing, it didn't seem like it would end anytime soon. So I went to see a doctor, and as soon as she saw me, she was like, yeah, I heard your cough from all the way outside. Like, you need some help. This is why yesterday's video was super late, because I spent like 3 hours at the urgent care and at the pharmacy getting my medicine. So she like takes a listen to my lungs and like I tell her what's going on. Here's the thing, I get colds, like I'll get a little sick, you know, the normal just feeling a bit sick, and then it'll turn into a cough that like lasts like a month. And it's been happening ever since I was a teen, for as long as I can remember, these like really long, never-ending coughs that, to the point where my stomach walking around feels like I just did 100 crunches. It was really, I don't even know the word. Like devastating, is devastating the word I want to use? I'm not sure if that's the word I want to use. It was too much for me to bear. I've bared it for a bit, but I wasn't sleeping. I don't think you guys know that this whole Vlogmas, I've been running on maybe 3 hours of sleep every night. You probably know because you're like, girl, we hear how you sound. And even laughing just now, the laugh that I just did, my stomach hurts because I've been coughing and it's been like contract. Like imagine like I've just been like contracting my abdominal muscles for the past 12 days non-stop. Everything hurts. Everything hurts. I had to go to the doctor, and Lucas was really like, you have to go to the doctor. And I was like, no, it's gonna go away. Anyway, I went to go see the doctor. I'm so proud of myself because I've coughed like 80% less today. The wonders of modern medicine. I underestimate it each time because I've barely coughed. It went away like that. So she saw me and she was like, I'm gonna put you on a nebulizer for like 15 minutes and that's gonna make you cough. That's gonna relieve the cough for you for like, you know, the next few hours, and then you're gonna use this medicine that I give you. So she gave me the nebulizer and she was right. Like right after I got off, after 15 minutes, my cough was like significantly like I was coughing every minute, and you guys don't know because I've been cutting them out of the video. So that went away. It reduced the cough from like every minute to like every 15 minutes, which is a big improvement. So that was great. And then she was like, okay, I'm gonna give you 2 inhalers. First of all, she diagnosed me with asthma and post-viral bronchitis. So that's what we're dealing with over here, asthma and bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. She gave me 2 inhalers, one that I'm supposed to take like every time I cough, which is this one, but I feel like it makes my cough worse, and this is what I've been trying to say. I've got this from a doctor a couple years ago when I was having this same cough. I feel like it didn't work. So every time they give it to me, I'm like, I don't know why you guys keep giving this to me. It doesn't work. I think it's making it worse. And then she gave me this one, and then she gave me another one that I'm supposed to do twice daily. That one I feel like works a lot. And then she gave me prescription cough medicine that's like better than anything over the counter to take at night. She gave me another pill that I'm supposed to take 3 times a day. So 4 medications in total just to combat this. And I was like, okay, I'm glad I came to the doctor, and I'm glad that I wasn't being dramatic. It's like a little bit validating it was a little validating for her to give me all that medication because it proved like, oh, yeah, I'm not just like, it just made me feel better. It made me feel like, okay, it actually has been a big deal and I'm not being like a little wuss. Like, this is something that's like intense. I don't know why I didn't think it was intense. Like, the 3 hours of sleep every night should have told me to go see the doctor. And I don't know, I thought it would go away. I'm so glad that I went because after one day, and it hasn't even been a full day, I was at the doctor's 24 hours ago. After just like a night of taking some of this medication, I'm coughing significantly less. So, love modern medicine. Good news for you guys, my voice is gonna be back soon. I feel like one day I'm gonna look back on these vlogs and I'm gonna be like, why? Why did you put yourself through this? These cornrows are tiny and my nails are not sharp enough. Should probably I think I'm gonna get a rat tail comb, make this go by faster. Almost done. This actually took me way longer than I thought it would. It's 7:25. I started unbraiding my hair at 3, which doesn't make any sense because that's also how, okay, well, I did stop to eat. I had my rice and stew. I think the cornrows were really, really tiny. But I'm on the very last cornrow that the sew-in was in. I'm kind of loving this part, honestly. Oh my goodness. Guys. Yeah, I think my decision to let my hair breathe for some time is the right decision. Okay, my edges on this side are not that bad, but what is happening here? What is happening here? Okay, last braid, we can do this. I'm watching Back in the Fab Lane, the TV show on E about Kimora Lee and her family. She is so cute. Like, I was just thinking how much of a fun mom she seems like. She is so cute, so cute. So, and her daughters are so fab. Just fabulousness all around. It's making me want to watch like reality TV show again. All done, all the braids are out. I hate when I think the braids are out and then I look and I realize that there's like one missing, but no, I think it's all gone now. I think I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to wash it and make it look all cute and fun for the shoot, so stay tuned. We have a gingerbread house we're gonna build. We should have like bought two and made it a competition, but we're gonna build a house together because that's what we're doing in real life, building a house together. And then we have some mugs for hot chocolate. So let's make some hot chocolate.
I like your hair like this.
Thank you. I feel like Ariana Grande, but also because at one point she only like showed one side of her face. Cause she like liked one side. Like I can't show this side, it doesn't look that good.
Oh, I thought you were saying she has like a little swoop.
No, I was talking about the fact that I'm only like looking at the camera at this angle. Oh, there's marshmallows. You did say that, but I like forgot that they actually put like, I thought it was like marshmallow flavored. Or that the marshmallows were in a different packet.
For a second, I thought they were in a different packet when I saw that box.
Yeah.
But then I realized it wasn't.
Guys, this is so cozy and cute.
Love you.
I love you too. I'm so excited. Oh yeah, we gotta turn on the Christmas lights.
Love you.
Pre-baked gingerbread cookie house pieces. Pre-made white icing pouch. Gumdrops. Holiday lights candy. Holiday berry candy. Gummy trees. Wow, so this is all for eating.
Facts.
Wow. What are we doing?
To decorate it.
Something ain't quite right.
Yeah, it looks trash.
I say we just eat it.
Just no.
Okay.
What? You don't want to build it? Like the whole point is you have it here. This is how we've done it in the past. Have you ever made one before?
Once at Andrew's house.
You make it, and then you just like slowly like take off like little pieces throughout like the days.
Okay, so we're supposed to pipe the ends. Oh, this is the roof.
Yeah.
So why are you putting it? You just want to decorate the roof?
They did it.
I think we need another piping bag.
This needs to like go in the microwave or something. 5 seconds. Should we do that?
What? The
Put it in
icing?
the microwave for like 5 seconds.
Why, you think it's too thick?
Yeah. Here, look, I'm gonna give it to you.
It did say knead the pouch until softened. Did you do that?
Yeah, I did do that.
Why don't we just use the icing for the glue instead of for decorating the roof?
Read the instructions.
I know it says to decorate the roof, but...
Do you want to try or not?
No, I just want to put it together.
So you don't want to decorate it at all?
Well, then let's microwave it. Because we're going to have the same problem.
Like, you don't want to try? I mean, sure. Why don't we just put it together then?
Well, because you were like, oh, try and see how hard it is. I'm not trying to try and see how hard it is. If it's super hard, let's microwave it.
I wasn't trying to test you. Like, I just thought it would be fun. Like, I thought you would want to try one.
I do want to try one, but not if it's gonna come out like ugly.
So you'd rather just build it or what? Wow. That looks really good.
The key is to just not let go.
Miracle on 34th Street is my mom's favorite. She loves
Isn't that one like in black and white?
But it always gets me upset because there's some bad guy that like is really mean to the real Santa Claus, and it always gets me upset.
Oh, I watched that one with you guys.
That's good, right?
Beautiful. Yours is so good. This is mine and this is Lucas's. How did you get yours like that?
I'm an artist, baby.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Should we make a different design on this one?
Yeah, maybe we could write our initials.
Ooh, K plus L?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Here, you go first. Wow. Thick hot chocolate. I need some water.
Okay, you can write the K.
Wrote the L.
Yeah.
Wow, trippy. Did you know you were gonna do that from the jump?
No.
What made you switch up?
Yeah, it was easier.
I feeled you. Let's do it.
Beautiful.
Very nice. You can tell by the number 5 step. It's our beautiful house.
Nice.
Alright, hold it for a sec. Bean monger.
Oh, I see.
Oh no. Green is nice.
Cute.